So I am Rainbows, and I'm joined by Johnny A, the undisputed best Winter Soldier in this game. And we're going to just give you a super quick rundown of how to play Venom in this game, and go over all of his everything, everything you need to know. So first of all, I'm going to be Venom, because I think that's a smart thing. And Johnny's going to take us to training mode.
Oh, shit, my bad. I'm used to it.
No, it's fine.
I guess we'll just play it out.
Will we? No. No. You're just
I'm just going to pick randoms so you could
okay.
beat.
Okay, sure. We'll connection test. Oh, nice.
Just so used to going straight into battle.
Yeah. There was a viewer who commented, and I apologize, single person who's commented on one of my videos, and they were like, you should play matches, it would be helpful. And it's like, no, I'm not.
Alright, just do happy birthdays, I guess.
Oh, no. If I'm just going to be killing you, just do uncombos. Like, this is way faster.
Yeah.
Than me doing anything else. But I am unfortunately not the best player at this game. So far, I think everybody in chat can beat me, which is a statement on you guys having been, grinding the game for 4 years, not a statement on me.
Yeah, I will say the community has gotten to the point where everybody's really good, and it just comes down to like little interactions to differentiate the really good players to the good players, if that makes sense.
Right. Oh, well, I mean, that's fighting games. Fighting game skill is like I think it's like a scaffold, right? And when you're a good player, you've got every single part of your scaffold built out. And when you're a mid-level player, can you pick training mode?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So what can you tell us about Venom? Like what's his just super overall, if you're trying to describe him to a person?
Okay, so if you're trying to build a team around Venom or see like what kind of his strong suits are, Venom is really good at putting stuff on the screen that's big normals and really good projectiles. And he has like the best full screen check from super jump height. Obviously zip is really good. Full screen combo if they get hit at if they're doing something full screen and you check them with the zip, you get a full combo. So, and you can abuse this with by changing your momentum and stuff, like making them think that you're gonna go in. I don't really do it this often, but I should, because it is a grab punish. So if the opponent reacts to you not pushing a button, well, full screen zip, they could grab you out of it.
Okay.
So this you could just do a
grab.
Yeah, you could grab me there.
Yeah, cool.
Right.
Cool.
If I don't go for a normal, so if I just do like so block and try to grab me.
Sure.
If I do a normal,
right,
like they get punished, right? But if I come in just empty low and try to grab, or try to go low or whatever, try to like fake the high or whatever, I get punished. So it's like a little 50-50 / mind game to keep in mind with the zip. But aside from that, you throw it in there every once in a while. You don't do that too often.
So before we go super in depth about all the tools, you say he's got really good screen control. He can put a bunch of garbage on the screen, and he's got big normals. Are there any other things that you think differentiate him from other characters, things that make him unique?
So I will say, going back to the zip, that is like one of the main things that differentiates.
Okay. So because he's got so the big thing that separates him and Spider-Man is that he's got this one, right?
The down zip and if Spider-Man could combo his zip into a full screen combo confirm, then I would say, they would be on like equal footing. But because Venom could do that, he's a little bit better.
Right. But he's got more angles basically.
Yeah, more angles, more approach, and whatnot. Bigger normals. Like jump heavy is really good. Jump forward heavy is really good too.
Right. Cool. I think either Air Toll or Airborne, one of those A people, was saying that this is like the best normal in the game, and it's slept on.
It is. So I don't abuse it because I play it with Winter Soldier. Right. But this normal is really good. It meaties on startup. It's multi-hit, and try pushing blocking it. Let me see. So it has a weird property where it doesn't push you full screen on the first couple of hits. So like even if you react on push block, you're still gonna have to block maybe 2 or 3 of the hits.
Right. That makes sense. No, the words that they used were like disjointed and no hurt box.
Yeah. It's really good.
Cool.
I don't use, like I said, I don't really use it because it's actually a really good normal just to like, it's a tag.
Right. Yeah.
You see how long they're out there for because of it.
Sure. So I guess a couple of things that I would want to point out about Venom. He's got really good mobility because he's got an air dash and he's got zips, and those two things combined, especially because one of the aspects of your mobility has a hitbox, which is very unique in this game. And he's got lingering traps, which you pointed out, which are really good for combo extension, which a lot of other characters don't have. You mentioned the big normals, and then there was something that I thought was really important, and then I have completely forgotten it. Oh, he's really easy in terms of like combos. Like neutral is complicated, but yeah.
Yeah. I think Venom, like if I had to make a list of like the top 5 easiest characters to pick up in this game, Venom would for sure be top 3.
Yeah.
I would put Venom, Gamora. I also think Captain America is really easy to learn.
Cool.
You know, Nemesis is also pretty easy to learn, and maybe I think that's it. Or
Not
maybe Ghost Rider too. He's easy to learn.
Not Sigma.
I'll learn a couple things. But yeah, Venom is definitely one of those characters where easy to learn, easy to pick up, and easy to kind of master all of his tools. But once you get familiar with everything that he has, he's like probably one of the better characters on the easy to learn list.
How would you describe his playstyle?
So his playstyle, you could play him multiple different ways. Actually, you could play super keep away with him. So you could do mid screen trap. You could do Venom Rush. You could, poke with zip. This is a really good air-to-air and a good check.
So you're essentially saying that you get up a trap and then you use your mobility to, you threaten to go in with zip when you have air dash.
You have trap down and you control the screen.
Right.
So any character that is really, say for instance, you're playing a character that has an air dash. I think Venom is really good against characters with air dash just because of the zip check.
Right.
And the ground zip is actually really good. Right. So if you set a trap down and they try to go in the air, you could just air check them. And if you see they don't get hit, you could backdash right away.
Right.
So as soon as he takes off the ground, you could backdash.
Cool. But that's one way to play him. He's kind of the way I see a lot of people playing him, including you when you're cranky, is as a pressure monster.
Oh yeah. He is a very good character. Once the opponent is in the corner and there's a Venom trap down. So say I just, off of an ender, I set a Venom trap down, right?
Sure.
And you kind of want to place it around this length or maybe right here. So if they try to do something, they'll get caught, right? If they try to let me rephrase it. Venom trap, where if they try to super jump forward, they'll get caught. So their only option is to super jump up or super jump up back. So around this range. Right. And in that situation, you just abuse zip. You just do jump heavy, catch them, right? You actually could just... This is almost an infinite in terms of, like, pressure if they don't push block it properly.
Right.
Or don't check it properly. Uh-oh.
That got interesting. Yeah.
But, yeah, this is really good. You can just keep doing this.
Sure. So I just want to mention really quickly, because I'm thinking about it, that trap is destroyable by the other person just sort of hitting it with normal. So any normal with a very low hitbox can destroy it.
Yeah, I think every lows that a character has could check it or could destroy it. So projectiles could get rid of it. I think even tag crash, if you let it rock, it should get rid of it. Maybe if it's, let's see. I think I might be wrong. It probably depends on the angle.
Yeah. Two things. One, can you turn inputs on?
Yeah. I think it only shows inputs for one person.
It does, but I can't turn on my own inputs on my screen. That's your job.
Okay.
And two, Despite the fact that it's destroyable by a normal, the sequence that Johnny is advocating right here is super, super, super annoying because in order to press a button, you can't be blocking at the same time. So if he's going up doing that, when you happen to be trying to destroy the trap,
Yeah.
you just get clocked.
You get checked. So let the Venom trap out and just try to like check the
Right.
trap, right? So you get hit.
Cool.
It's the pressure of the zip into a full screen combo or full confirm into a combo, right? And then the Venom trap being down there. It's super hard to get out of. Obviously there is ways to get out of it, but you gotta kind of like rock paper scissors the situation.
Right.
So
And it's essentially the trap is always throwing one of those options.
yeah. So and it's super risky for some characters because their normals aren't fast enough or they don't cover enough range. But you know, if they extend their hurt box, you catch them with zip.
Right.
So
Cool.
it's like a win-win situation. If they destroy your trap, the zip is there to back it up, and if they don't destroy the trap and they try to keep blocking it and try to wait out the timer, you can reset the trap in between the pressure. So if I have a trap down, just block the whole thing and just like, you know, push block normally. So they sit in the trap, they try to jump out. Right. Multi overheads. There's like 3 overheads that you could fake the low and stuff like that with the Venom trap down. So it's really good once you have the trap down. So he does struggle against armor characters. So
Yeah.
Obviously the trap is irrelevant in that situation. But for the most part, it's really good just having the trap down and just keeping your pressure up.
Cool. So based on this, I'm going to guess his game plan is you play lane and you control neutral with your big normals until you get them to the corner, and then you bully them until they leave the game.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay.
So
anything to add on that, or?
If for the general game plan would be abuse your normals, me personally, I would try to get Venom trap down in a safe situation where it covers you as an assist. So think of it as an assist from like, you know, whatever fighting game or something that have you backing it up. So an active assist that's on the ground that has your back. So play around the trap. If say for instance we're full screen like this, don't try to go off screen so your trap isn't there anymore. So just play around that space of the Venom trap and, you know, control the screens with your normals and zips and stuff.
Yeah. So put down trap when it's safe. Control the screen with normals and zips. Get them to the corner. Bully them until they leave.
Yeah.
Perfect. In terms of teammates, what does he want from a partner?
So, I don't know how to put this in because my team kind of contradicts what you want to have your team built around.
That's fine. You can give us both.
So if you're trying to play an optimal Venom team, it would have somebody that is really that abuses the Venom trap well, abuses his projectiles really good. So characters with good mix-ups. So Venom Ultron is also a really good team.
Yeah.
Venom Captain America is a really good team.
Right.
Characters that have really good high-lows or really good left-rights.
Right, because he's got if I can remember how to do any of his moves.
Yeah.
Like even that is
that is really good.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Stuff that could abuse the kind of the long lockdown assist or normals that Venom has.
Sure.
So any characters with decent mix-ups, I think. If you want to build the best, I'd say one of the best Venom teams is probably. This is probably one of the better teams. Venom Nova is also a really good team.
So you think Venom Ultron, Venom Nova, maybe even Venom Strange?
Venom Strange, Venom Strider is also really good.
Venom Dorm is probably super top tier.
Yeah.
Cool.
Venom Cap is good. Most of the good teams that you could think of, they're above average when it comes with Venom.
Okay. So you're essentially saying that because he provides both really good like neutral and screen control, and he provides very good lockdown, that anybody with good mix can benefit a lot from that.
Yeah.
But he's just such a good character that he should be okay with anybody.
Yeah, for the most part.
Sure. So I guess that kind of answers the next question. What do they provide for their partner? It sounds like you're saying that Venom provides winning neutral and lockdown.
Yeah. So, in terms of providing for his partner, the first thing would be obviously Venom Trap.
Oh, right, because
Venom,
that doesn't go away when you tag.
yeah. So when you tag, this is out for, I believe, I want to say 6 seconds. I don't know how long it stays out.
We can count. Oops. We can't count.
So,
3, 4, 5, 6. So maybe a little bit
around like
longer.
like 7 to 8 seconds.
Oh, wow.
Right. So 7 to 8 seconds in a fighting game where a projectile is out is fucking stupid good. So you have 7 to 8 seconds to assist you in neutral. So this is where it comes, where I was saying where my team kind of contradicts how you want to build a Venom team around, because Winter Soldier is all about neutral.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have something on the screen that helps Winter Soldier win the neutral, it just makes it a lot better.
Right. So,
sorry, go ahead.
You've got blue arm on top of that too. So
Yeah, blue
not only
arm.
do they have to nullify the trap, they also have to figure out how to get through that. So
Yeah.
the list of things that can actually challenge your Winter Soldier for those 7 seconds are like 0.
Yeah. It's the only thing that comes close is maybe a teleport character. But if I'm playing a teleport character, I stand on top of my trap. So anything that gets behind Winter Soldier, the trap covers it. So obviously one of the things to get blue arm down is to cross him up or hit him low.
Sure.
So Venom Trap is what covers those options. So
Yeah, I mean, that makes it sound like Venom Strange and Venom Dorm would also be super good because you drop a trap, you set up shop, you get some spells going, put some garbage in the screen, and then use that as lockdown to get Venom back in.
yeah,
Just sort of
Venom
loop.
Strange might be really good too because one of the things that kind of sucks about Venom is that it's kind of hard to steal the corner once you put him in the corner.
That makes
So
sense.
if you have somebody that forces them to leave the corner or forces themselves into the corner, like Strange or Captain America
Or Ultron.
or Ultron, yeah. So the Dome or whatever.
Yeah.
He has a pretty much almost like a frame one mix up with Venom Trap, because in this situation, if I had Captain America and I roll behind you, you get pushed into the trap. So it's like an instant cross up in that sense.
Right. That must be really good with backturn stuff too.
Yeah, the backturn stuff is really good with Venom as well, because you get pretty much a guaranteed backturn once you put him in trap. So
Oh, right. Yeah. Because you can just leisurely switch sides because you got like 3
yeah, so
seconds.
if you want to do this,
Right. Yeah.
shit, gotta get the
we,
timing.
we believe you.
So they're backturn guaranteed, right?
Yep.
And this game has gotten to the point where there's even mix-ups for backturn setups. So some people don't know about that, but your recovery becomes different once you're backturn. Like
Right. Well,
you know.
the easiest and the biggest difference is that while you're back turned, the other person can steal the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can steal the corner. Your back recovery. So it would be. Yeah, so your back recovery is pretty much cut into half.
So you don't roll back as far.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna launch you and just hold back.
Sure.
Oops. I have auto super jump on. I forgot to turn it off.
It's okay.
But let's just do this. Oh fuck.
Just do a combo into ground nuts.
There you go.
Oh.
So
okay. Sure.
let's say like this, right?
Uh-huh.
I should probably do a Winter Soldier. Winter has better combos for this. So you recover way. You put yourself more into the corner, if that makes sense.
Right,
You
you're
have
saying
more
that-
of a momentum.
When you're back turned, your backwards air attack does not go as far.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I did not know that.
And yeah, let me just show you
Sure.
the back turn one.
Okay.
So if they're back turn, try to tech back.
Yeah.
You see how much shorter the distance is.
Right.
So because of that, what I like to do is a basic. This is like a basic combo mix up you could do with Venom. This is an easy cross up. Actually, I fucked up. All right, so
Oops.
you just do. This is the easy one I do.
PC
I
timing.
do into crumple, cross under.
Right.
Ah, fuck, I'm fucking up.
I'm such a bad influence. You're like, Venom doesn't have any hard stuff, and then immediately, just immediately,
dropping
2 seconds in.
Okay, so you could do this. I fucked it up, but that's a cross up right there.
Yeah.
But
he
it's
can be on either
really
side.
good to abuse the back turn setups with Venom because
Cool.
it's super easy. You get, if you want to, you guarantee it every single combo.
Sure. So in terms of things that he provides for his partner, there's 2 things that I want to mention. One is that this is just the most broken combo extension tool of all time because it gives you like 2 seconds to kind of, but it also gives you 2 seconds to reset the tag cooldown. What's up, Mr. Little Boy? And a lot of the time, especially if you've been tagging a lot in a combo, if you're trying to really get the most damage out of something, having the ability to just chill and say, I've got 2 seconds off tag cooldown gives you a lot of flexibility in terms of your combo enders.
Yeah.
The other thing is that this super is completely broken for damage. It is like probably, there are, as far as I know, there are 2.5 supers, that, Gamora super, and supposedly Sigma super, I haven't tested it, that just enable you to ignore all of the things that you can normally do at the end of a combo. This team, Venom Ultron, probably gets 8k for 2 bars, which is like...
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah. But while the other person is caught in the super, you can just press whatever buttons you want. And it's very difficult to knock them out. You have to try really hard.
You have to purposely either push them out of the super or have your your hits not combo correctly, where the gap of where he switches into there, when he switches to the forward heavy, there's a small gap where you could fuck up the combo and it'll flip out. But it's very hard to do it.
Yeah.
You purposely have to do it on purpose, to make them flip out.
So those 2 things combined make him sort of a combo monster if you're after that.
Mm-hmm.
What were you going to say?
Oh, I was also going to say there was somebody on Twitter that played Venom Frank West, and he had some crazy stuff with that team. I think that's also a really good Venom team as well. But the thing is, you have to play Frank. Playing Frank sucks, right? So that's the only downfall. Yeah. But he had crazy mix-ups with the Venom trap and the Venom super. He would do like a reset during the Venom super into another full combo. He has some crazy stuff. I forget his Twitter, but he has a crazy tech with that team.
Sure. So in terms of things he provides for his team, he provides the lingering assist with this. He provides really good lockdown. He provides really good screen control, and he provides oodles of damage at the end of combos.
Yeah.
Cool.
The Venom super, going back up to the Venom super, it's what's crazy is they nerfed it a little bit before they stopped doing patches.
Oh my
Before
gosh.
It would do more damage. So this super was like kind of unscaled.
Well, I don't want to get into a super long combo theory talk. It's very good. That's but yeah, it doing more damage sounds easier to use at the very least.
Yeah, doing more damage, and it was unskilled. So like at the end of the combo, if you just ended it with the super, you would just get all the unskilled damage from the super. So it was ignorant.
Cool. Does he have any unusual interactions with stones that you might not expect?
With stones, like him using a stone, or so.
Let me back up. So I like to think that the folks who are watching this video know that Mind Stone sucks and the Soul is good. But within the normal framework, are there stones that are especially good or bad on Venom?
Oh, so what? Okay, so what stone you should be picking with Venom? So obviously the best stone probably would be power. You get a lot of combo extensions. You abuse his fat normals in the air, and then you have something else to threaten while you're in the air.
Right.
So after abusing all that and you try to cross under him, there's Power Stone to keep him in check. So
right.
Power Stone would probably be the best stone. I think the second best stone for him is Soul, just because of the revive. He doesn't really get much from Soul Whip.
Okay.
Actually, it might be Space Stone because you can threaten, Venom Trap into Space Stone, which is also really good.
Right.
And having that threat of like having the Venom Trap down and their opponent is trying to get in, and they just get randomly pulled in full screen, is really good.
My sick Venom combos. And then reality, mind, and time are just about the same on him as they would be on anybody else.
Yeah, I would say Time Stone would probably be his fourth best stone.
Okay.
So it'd be reality, then time, and then Mind Stone at the bottom.
Sure. So one of the things that I don't have on my outline that I would like to talk about briefly is how he uses bar. We mentioned that this super is really good at the end of combos, but it's also like, it's not a smart tool to use all the time in neutral, but if your opponent is just getting a little bit too wild, it seems like it's a pretty good check to throw out every once in a while.
Yeah, it's a really good check for so if you want to snipe certain characters like Strange or Dante.
Well, I mean, if I'm just doing this, like even.
It's kind of hard against for Ultron because if I try to react to you calling drone, if I don't do it correctly and I react a little too slow, I get checked by the drone.
Right.
So if I do it right here,
yeah, I've recovered.
and you could grab them out of it, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I know that even if I'm not doing anything, if you do that super post flash, I can jab.
Yeah. So this super is very unique in terms of like the invul frames.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't have startup invul. It is only invul when he's traveling to mid screen.
I see.
And then it runs out when he's mid screen.
So he's not invul when he's on the ground, but when he's traveling from here to here, he is invincible, and then he stops being invincible.
Yeah. So the time it takes him to travel to mid screen, he is invul, but as soon as the start of it and the end of it is where it runs out.
Cool.
The middle part is where he's invul. So you got to be wary of like when you want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta. Obviously, you could get out of situations if like they're pressuring you in the corner and you're trying to just reset neutral. You obviously just this into tag.
Right.
You just keep yourself safe. You kind of reset neutral. But in terms of like a reversal super, it's not that good. So you rarely want to throw it out when you're getting locked down. So you got to use it wisely when in terms of like knowing the distance. Because like say for instance we're both mid screen and you're mashing jab. I didn't travel anywhere, so I had no invul frames there at that point.
Ooh.
Oh, I kind of pushed you out of mid screen, but
no, that's fine. I was too far to jab. You counter hit.
So like right here, right? He didn't go anywhere. Your jab just didn't reach there, but
yeah.
The point is you got to be smart with the reversal.
Yep. Cool. So he also has. I know he's got this super. Is that useful? Is that a thing that you want to be saving bar or spending bar on?
Me personally, I do not like using that super because it doesn't do any damage.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Oh right, and then
if it's raw, if it's raw, it does a decent chunk, and you get a full combo.
Oh, that's actually really good. I know that I see a lot of Venoms use that to waste box time.
Yes, so in box you can use it if during a block string. Most of the time when people box you, they're boxing you into the corner as well.
Right.
And if you can put them in block stun, you can use it to stall out time.
Right.
But they can super jump over it, and they can punish you. You're very punishable.
Ooh. I almost thought that would work.
So if I try to do it here to like say trip you out, I get punished, right? I was in recovery the whole time. So it's not that good. The only thing that is very good about this super is that I think it has the most projectile durability super out of everybody.
Right.
So
if
it keeps on going no matter what. It does not stop.
Let's test that.
So we trade.
Yeah.
It beats 0 level 3. It beats.
Actually, no. Hang on. You're. I know how to do that super. Be the other one.
Sorry.
Be the shooty man.
Oh. So this, yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it beats 0 level 3. It beats a lot of projectiles supers. So the only thing that is good about this super post flash, once it's out, it's out.
Mm-hmm.
So they can't do anything to stop it. So it's really good to.
Right. If someone like is doing something stupid and then tagging.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you can just throw it out, and their other character's gonna have to hold it. Cool.
Yeah.
And then his level 3 is just a normal cinematic level 3 that we don't need to talk about, right?
Yeah, it's
Cool.
it has just block it, so it has very slow startup. So some level threes they come out mad fast, so you could punish certain things. This one has a bit of a startup,
Okay.
and it's pretty invul. I think it stops being invul after like 2 seconds,
Okay.
but I could be wrong about that.
Cool. But other than that, it's just it's a little bit awkward to combo into, but otherwise it's just a sort of generic cinematic level 3.
Generic level 3, nothing too special about it.
Sure. So if it's cool with you, I'd like to talk a little bit about his neutral plan. We went over some of this with his game plan. What you said essentially was you want to use your mobility and your really big normals to control the screen, and then you want to get a trap up, and you want to push the other person to the corner. Is there anything that you would add on to that, or?
So, if you're playing somebody that could kind of check you full screen of putting trap down, you kind of want to switch over playstyle and abuse down zip.
Ooh.
If you could put them in a situation where they're below you, down zip is very good.
Right.
And it has like a nice tendency of crossing up very often. So like this.
Right.
You got hit cross up right there.
Right.
And it's very fast. And sometimes it doesn't cross up, right?
Yeah.
And you get if you're playing with power, you get a full screen of combo off of down zip.
Yeah.
Down zip is very finicky because sometimes I'll go straight down, and sometimes you'll get that where you float.
That's interesting.
So, see, that time I hit you, but I went straight down to the ground.
Right. Cool. So power really helps that because it smooths out.
Yeah.
You don't care how you hit, you always get the combo.
Yeah.
Got it.
Because if you obviously combo with the zip properly, just do a jab or a low, whatever, you get a full combo. But with the power, you guarantee the combo.
Right.
And also, when in terms of like trying of like neutral game plan is obviously the Venom trap. But if you don't want to set up Venom trap, just play around your zip.
Right. So one of the things that OG says all the time is he says that he uses his air dash to stall when both characters are in the air, so that as soon as the other person lands, he can do a Venom zip and just go in and get pressure.
Yeah. His air dash is also is very good. Likes to stall. Me personally, I don't like using the Venom air dash early in the air motions or air actions. I mean, because if you use it, you can't cancel your zip. You're committing to the momentum. So I don't like. I can understand where he's coming from. It's also very good because they're obviously going to touch the ground first, and then the zip comes in, and you get a full block string, whatever. They got to hold it. But in terms of like keeping safe, you want to have your air dash available.
Right. Cool. So where does he want to be on the screen with regards to the opponent? You're given. Go ahead.
If both of the opponents are on screen, you kind of want to stay somewhere around mid screen to full screen.
Okay.
Because his normals are very slow. They're not that good. Obviously his dash jab is really good. It's almost like a full screen.
Yeah, so the thing, I was missing a little bit in training mode, and that doesn't go anywhere near as far as I think it should because of how far that goes. Right? Like.
Yeah, you could do dash chomp, but it's very slow, and the startup is very slow.
Well, the other thing though is that jab seems to just go really far out of dashes compared to.
Oh yeah, it does.
Like. Yeah.
It's really good. The dash jab is really good. Also, the only thing about his normals, I think only him and Nemesis share this, where his his stand light kick is a heavy starter. It's programmed as a heavy starter, and it breaks armor. So
that's really cool.
So, I think I'm gonna do this move. This is armor.
Okay.
So try to hit it with the jab.
Oh,
like a stand jab.
Yeah.
Yes, he has armor. And now do it with the light kick.
That's really cool. So it's just a heavy.
It is a heavy, yeah.
But this is
it's very good. It's not his crouch.
Okay.
His crouch jab unfortunately isn't like that.
Yeah.
If it was, it'd be really good.
Yeah.
I would fucking move Venom up like maybe like 4 spots on the tier list if his crouch short was a armor break as well.
Damn. Cool.
But the only trade-off is compared to like the range, it's not that much compared to the jab. And it's, the jab is much faster.
Right. Cool.
Compared to, dash, light kick, it's not that far. But if you do dash light...
That's not bad, though. Like, it's not as good. It's not, Winter Soldier.
It's not good. It's still good, but it's not that great compared to the jab.
Cool.
But, okay, going back to trying to be on, like, positioning with your opponent. You want to kind of stay mid-screen to full screen.
Okay.
Because you could threaten with the zip. Anywhere on the position of the screen where zip hits is where you want to be.
Right.
So you want to place the opponent in the zip range. So
basically,
that would be
zip is movement that hits them. They don't have that, you do. So you want to be farther than them so that you can use that to go in when they screw up.
Yeah.
Cool.
And stand zip is also very good to check them when they're trying to go up too.
Mm-hmm.
I will say I did start using that more because I saw OG started punishing people because after this, so block this.
Sure.
After he would do this, people would up back.
Right.
Because they don't want to deal with the trap. Sometimes if you're too close trying to check the trap to destroy it, you get pulled into the trap.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's better to not deal with it than to risk that.
Right.
So the ground zip to check them up backing is really good.
Right. And you can it's a special, so you can cancel into it for normals.
Yeah.
Is it a special? Well, I think
it's you can cancel into other special moves. So
yeah, it's weird. It might be a command normal. One thing that I do want to mention briefly, you can cancel zip once the zip hits something, right?
Yes.
Okay, so the way that he's air dashing out of these and doing all this stuff is he's just waiting until the zip physically connects, and then you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, as long as it touches the opponent or it touches the wall or ground, whatever, you could cancel the zip. You can't cancel. I mean, you can. I think. No, you can't. I think it probably was doing back zip, and super jump back zip is pretty much instant.
Right, because
so he instantly recovers.
Yeah.
And he keeps the momentum of the zip. So that's why I really like back zip as a neutral option.
If you're doing that and the other person's like trying to wave dash at you, then you just
so try to wave dash at me. He keeps the momentum, and he could come down with the normal.
Right. Cool.
So it's very good in terms of like
yeah,
keeping your space and keeping the opponent in check.
Yeah. No.
And also what I've been using it a lot more lately. When I first started playing Venom, I didn't, but as of late, doing zip into dash forward this, and that move, I forget it's called. I don't know what it's called exactly.
Venom diving at the ground like a shark.
Yeah, whatever this move is called, it's very good because for some reason,
hang on, it's Venom Fang.
Venom Fang. So Venom Fang, for some reason, Venom Fang is either +1 or I don't know what the term be with the 0 if the opponent
even
is
0
even. Yeah. So try to jab it or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
He's very safe. I could even check you.
Yeah.
Right? So it's very good in keeping your opponent in check because if it hits, you get a full combo. If it doesn't hit, you're putting him in block string, and if it whiffs, you instantly recover. So as soon as you touch the ground,
it does have some recovery frames. Not a lot, but a couple.
Sorry?
It does have a couple of recovery frames. Not a lot, but it does have a couple. I promise.
Yeah, it probably has a little bit. Yeah, it does have a little bit. But if you're putting them, if you're making them block it,
right?
It's just, you don't notice the recovery frames because
they're blocking.
They're blocking and they can't really check you. So one of the good things about that is if you make them block that, you could just backdash.
Right.
And
then
you're back to neutral.
Right.
You backdash. If you want to risk it, you can put Venom Trap down right away as soon as they push block you.
Mm-hmm. Which I'm
also, I forgot to mention, his sweep is probably one of the best sweeps in the game.
Yeah. Does that have a hurt box? Like, can I?
I don't think it does.
Actually.
Oh, it probably does. Yeah, it does.
Okay. It's not that broken.
But it's like it's not active that much, the
right.
hitbox.
Yeah, no, and it goes really far.
Active.
I think it's one of your better combo starters too. because
Yeah.
you get that. Cool.
And it's very good for block strings too, because you could just
It goes super
because it
far,
reaches
yeah.
mad far.
Yeah.
It pushes them. If they're push blocking your strings, you get a guaranteed Venom trap, stuff like that. So
Yeah.
Venom has very good normals, but what
Okay.
else?
Well, I mean, let me review this real fast though. Basically, his preferred range, because he's got really big normals and he's got zip, he would prefer to be kind of far from the opponent, because when he's far, he can choose when to go in, and that allows him to dictate the pace of the match. Whereas if he's in somebody's face, you got to be really careful about what options you choose.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
this means that a lot of the time, if you can force your opponent to push block you full screen, you're like, I don't care, I'm Venom. This is where I want to be.
Yeah, exactly. And so you kind of, and also Venom is one of those characters that is very good once you start abusing push block baits. So you could stagger his normals.
Right. And
They get I check a lot of people staggering my normals or just changing up my block strings, because if you let the double, like, so a heavy punch has 2 hits. If you cancel the first heavy punch,
right, there's a really
becomes
fat
a
gap
frame
there.
trap.
So
Yeah.
if I'm trying to push block the second one, then I just get hit,
Yeah.
and then you just dash up to whatever.
all combo.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, and you also have like the mother of all stagger normals with that, which
Oh yeah,
gives you whatever you want
As-
if it works.
very very good. One of the better options, just as good as Strange Palm, where if the opponent tries to like if they obviously see you going for the grab and they try to tech it and they mistime the tech, and you just both of you guys get a normal out, it's in your favor, because obviously you get a full screen, you get a crumple.
Right. Cool. So as far as his full screen options go, when you're full screen, some of the things you're going to be doing, you're going to be throwing down a trap, you're going to be jumping, you're going to be doing zip, you're going to be jumping, you're going to be doing fake zip with the backdash. You're going to occasionally be dashing up on the ground and threatening this.
Yeah.
You're going to sometimes do Venom Fang to make a block, as we talked about. Do you ever just like throw this out? Or amazing. Do you ever throw this out to control airspace in the tag, or is that just a thing?
I do. So
Okay.
that is also I wish I had a clip of it,
Okay.
but there's many situations where just a neutral jump and just like push block.
Sure.
So when I'm pressuring with this, when I'm pressuring with this, they try to, then I do that one.
Right.
So it's really good, because if you condition them into thinking you just have this, I was like, okay, his block string is done here. He used his air dash. He can't get in anymore.
Right.
I have a little gap.
It's another
Then
option.
you throw that out there. It's an addition. It goes an upward angle where it's very good because they're still up backing, and it's a full screen. It's a full combo, and it's a hard knockdown.
Yeah.
So you throw that in there every once in a while, because obviously you don't want to keep on doing it because it is very unsafe.
Right.
And then you give away your turn with Venom as soon as you commit to that.
Yeah.
So if you're doing it solo, I would advise only doing it if you have Venom Trap out, because Venom Trap will keep you safe. But if you don't have it out, don't throw it out at all. Every once in a while, to keep them in check, just to make them think you could throw it out here. Okay, I can't. My turn is still not. I don't have my turn yet. It's
So-
still his. You gotta respect his options still.
So it's an option, but only a sometimes option.
Yes.
And then the other.
It's a very good option that you could throw out every once in a while, but they have to be wary of. So it catches a lot of people off guard once you do throw it out, and they're like, oh shit, I didn't know he has another full screen fucking special move that could pressure you.
So there are 2 other full screen options. One is this, which you mentioned, which is really good, and the other one is that garbage, which is not a amazing thing to do, but I imagine is sometimes a really, really, really funny option.
Yeah, it's one of those situations. So when I was playing Bane in the can opener, when it was just him and Chun-Li,
Right.
it's solo Chun-Li out.
Right.
When I had Venom Trap out, you could pressure with this. This is
Yeah,
very
I
good.
completely forgot about that move. That move is so good too.
It is very good. Comes out fast, hits fat. You get a full screen combo if you do a double dash.
Okay.
So I would throw it out every once in a while because rarely, a very rare option you throw it out because
Yeah.
obviously you get a full combo. It's full screen, but it's very slow. A lot of recovery, and it's not that good because you're like in recovery for like a solid 2 seconds.
Right. So it's something that you don't want to ever use when you're wrong, but if the other person is being predictable and dumb, you can just use it to get in.
And it's a very good check if you don't want to leave your positioning. So if they're super jumping at you,
right,
you could just throw this out there. It's a very good check.
Cool.
But if you're playing the playstyle where the opponent has to come to you, it's very good to use to control screen. But it's not one of those things where you want to constantly throw out, constantly have that be the option to check them when they're super jumping, because you could throw out this zip, the ground zip. If it hits, full combo. If it doesn't hit,
I mean, you can also just super jump forward and do that.
Yeah, super jump forward heavy punch is really good. So it's also one of those things where you can throw it out, but you shouldn't throw it out often.
Sure. Anything else that you would want to talk about in terms of full screen options?
Not really. The only one thing I would say you can have in the back of your head is so stay full screen.
Okay.
This does not reach the opponent full screen.
Right.
So if they're scared of Venom Trap, you could Kara with the heavy punch into that. So if you're both full screen, you into that.
And
so
that moves you forward enough. Sure.
Yeah. So this doesn't reach. Kara into heavy punch, it does reach.
Huh. Well, you can also just cancel dashes on any frame in this game, so you could just do that.
Yeah, I would say it's a preference.
Okay.
But if you don't want to miss an input, or like say some people dash with inputting forward twice,
that's
much easier. Just do heavy punch into that.
Sure.
But it comes down to preference at that point.
Gotcha. All right. Mid-screen options. So when you start getting mid-screen, then his normals start getting a lot better, right? Like you start getting into the range where, I mean, this will hit from like almost half screen. This will hit from mid-screen. You start being able to use the closer version of that. I imagine that these on the ground will actually start clipping people. You want to talk about some of your mid-screen options?
So mid-screen options, how I play Venom, I like to play him a little bit on the safer side. So I don't like to go too ham. But mid-screen options, I like to do the Venom Rush is very good.
Right.
This block screen is very good because if they're push blocking you, it's a free block screen. And for some reason, this is, I think you're +2, I want to say, if they don't push block the second to last hit.
Okay. You and an individual that I will not name are giving conflicting push block advice, but that's okay.
Yeah, this is very good.
Okay. Yeah, nice. Yeah, no, the thing that I will say is that push blocking is really complicated in this game, and when your opponent push blocks can change frame data. So yeah, I at some point I'm going to bother you about that, but not right now.
No, it's fine. Yeah, there's push blocking is in the point where if you know how to push block certain moves, it becomes unsafe. So
right.
This, like I said, if you push block the second to last hit of that, it actually becomes negative. You actually get punish the Venom player.
Interesting.
Yeah, so but the timing is very strict because I think it's like 6 hits.
Right.
So it's very strict. But if you once you play it, play against Venom enough, or you get the timing down.
Well, the other thing is that it looks like that move moves a little bit, and there's some space stuff. One of the things with a lot of moves that you can guard cancel in a similar thing that makes them really, really scary is that you don't know what range you're at when the other person starts doing them. And that makes it way harder to get the timing right.
Yeah, exactly.
And I mean, this is not a thing normally when you're in a game. You're not just sitting there with the other person doing it over and over again. So you have to if you're going to be trying to punish that, you have to be accurate, because if you're not, Venom's going to be plus attack and you're going to get frame trapped.
Yeah, and then you get hit, and then you get comboed.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where if you have the knowledge, you could definitely put it into use.
Mm-hmm.
But it's one of those things where if you're not too familiar with it, it's better not to go for it.
Right. Mess
You
with
could
it in training mode.
lose a character.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely one of those things you want to go to the lab with and get your timing right, because this hits very far as well.
Yeah.
It's very good, and it's very hard to push. The only way you can punish it is if you're point blank. But if you're like somewhere around right here, it's very hard to try to punish the Venom player. Because then they're safe.
Right, because
And then,
there's no way I can get
dash
there.
jab is super good
Cool.
after that.
So you're advocating using this mid-screen, especially if the opponent isn't really on the ball with the push blocks, because it's a combo starter, it's plus on block, and it covers a lot of space.
Yeah.
And then dash jab, as you said, is also still really good at mid-screen. Do you just do ground zip from like half screen ever, or is that a full screen thing mostly?
Only if I see the opponent up backing a lot, I will use ground zip mid screen.
Okay.
But most of the time, I don't like using ground zip if they're not.
Sure.
If we're both grounded, it's better to abuse the zip, air zip, and stuff and whatnot. But like I said, if they're in the corner, and after obviously they block this and they try to back.
Yeah.
Oh, one thing, yeah. Since you made me whiff that, it's very punishable too. So it's one of those things where if you whiff, you get hit, but if you make them block, it's still your turn. So
Yeah, no, that's actually the other point is that it's really slow in startup.
Yeah.
So if you're not covering the startup with something, the other person can just hit you in the face when you're flexing.
Yeah.
Cool. Any other mid-screen options that you would want to talk about? They don't have to be.
I think that's most of it. Just
Sure.
going over the basic stuff is, Venom Trap, Zip,
Gotcha.
Venom Rush, Venom Fang is good.
And
I
then-
think that's most of it.
When you're up close, it sounds like you want to sort of abuse your long-lasting pressure things, and you want to make them push blocks so you can get back to full to three-quarter screen so you can restart your pressure.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also, if the opponent isn't push blocking,
Don't push blocks?
Yeah, don't push blocks. So if they're not push blocking,
Yeah.
you get to the point where you get shoved back far enough where you can switch up the pressure and get a free Venom Trap down. So they're not push blocking. It's a free Venom Trap after the whatever block string you've been doing this.
Right. Cool.
And you can also throw in a grab, so like that. You get a free grab or whatever. Once they're scared of you doing the block string and stuff.
For the record, you can't grab backdashes in this game, and I'm just a joke. And he said, I'm going for a grab, so I was like, this is my one chance to mind game the great Johnny A. Cool. And then, so the way that I see a lot of Venoms, including, I think you're doing this reset pressure, is when you're tired of being on the ground, you just jump and you just leisurely zip back in.
Yeah.
And that's especially good after you've been push blocked out, because this goes down at an angle, so you being far, you don't really care if I just fully push block you,
Yeah.
You just get back in if I do something stupid.
Exactly.
And then, as you mentioned, if you do, what's it called, zip into a button, then I can push block the button and it sends you kind of far. If you do zip into nothing, then I can throw the zip.
Yes.
Cool. Anything else that you want to go over in terms of up-close options?
That's pretty much it. I don't think there's anything else you could.
Well, so
go
the
over.
thing that I would want to talk about, which we're going to get to in a second, I'm sure, is he's got a high-low game with that, right?
Yes and no, because if it doesn't hit, they could just check with the jab. But they could be scared of the.
Well, if your partner's like locking them down or something.
Yeah.
Or if they're scared, then you've got down zip at some heights gives you an actual high. Which
it's good, but you have to kind of go a little bit high up for it.
Oh, okay. So you
If you
only
do
get
it
the
too
high low.
low?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You only get the
do
high low
too
from
low?
like normal jump height,
Yeah.
like there. That's too high. Oops.
Yeah, it's definitely normal jump height. You
Okay.
gotta-
Cool. Yeah. So I was crouching. So if the other person is just chilling and doing nothing, then you can force a high low like that.
Yeah.
Cool. Cool. Okay. So in terms of pressure sequences, we've been kind of talking about this a little bit. We've been talking about this a lot. But just for the sake of my education, could you just do like, just really quick, the basic pressure sequence that you would recommend that a new Venom would fall back on?
It's okay. So, just the basic stuff is probably just this.
Okay.
Like,
that was a push block.
I think just air zip.
Okay. So air zip into some ground normals, and then after the ground
Yeah.
normals, just do the quarter circle forward light kick.
Yeah, and if you see the opponent is like mashing push block, you can just do this.
Right. So as soon as they're push blocking, you just say screw you, I'm going to rebound,
Yeah,
and
'cause-
you just jump and go back in.
Yeah, because if they're push blocking, you land around this angle, and not much characters can contest you at this angle in a very fast situation.
Right.
So if you're doing this over and over,
Right. And that's
eventually
really
they're gonna trip up, and that's when you could throw in the low. Right, because after you condition, you're doing this, you're doing the heavy,
right.
stuff like that.
Yeah. Cool. So you're basically just doing a jump back zip, you're going into the button, jump back zip, going into the button, and then sometimes you're mixing up with dash up low, ground zip, grounded normals.
And you also could mix up, so after you do dash zip multiple times, you could if you're high enough,
Oh, you can
do
air
a
dash.
double overhead, yeah.
Yeah. Huh.
So
You-
he has very tricky high lows once you condition them into blocking the air dash zip heavy. So after they block this,
Right.
you get like a double overhead, or obviously just go low again.
Right.
So he abuses the opponent's push blocks very well. Venom is probably one of the best characters when it comes to abusing your opponent's push
Right.
blocks.
Because he's got that when he comes back in, he comes in with a hitbox.
Yeah.
Sure. Can we talk about his tag crash real fast?
Oh yes, the best tag crash in the game.
Yeah.
It's a. I think.
So I know it goes about from here, right? This is
Yeah.
yeah. and-
Compared to like Winter Soldiers or any other characters in the game, it does not reach.
Right. So the reason I'm asking this is because, and I just finally figured out how to ask this of people. You're doing a combo with your other character. They counter switch. You hit them with a Venom tag crash. What do you do with Venom in that situation?
So like what situation I would, or like what combo I would do if I got. If
I
hit him
mean,
with the-
so if the other person is counter switching, they can block, right? So what's
Yeah.
the thing? What's the pressure sequence that you go into
what's this? Okay.
off
So
the blocked tag crash?
usually, if the opponent isn't off a counter switch, you could obviously you could just go to the basic block strings.
Okay.
As in, I think it would be. What I usually do, I like to do this one.
Okay,
I'm fucking it up.
that's fine.
What is it? I think it's. All right. I'm just trying to remember which ones I like to go for. So it's
Okay.
that because, like I said, if they're push blocking you, it's better for Venom because he goes back to the situation he wants to be. Venom isn't really that good point blank, but like I said earlier, mid screen is where he shines.
Okay.
I think that's his best spot he wants to be in.
But you don't do anything fancy. You don't like jump cancel the tag crash and try to get a high low. You don't go for like fancy grab mix ups.
Not really, because it's if the opponent is respecting you, then yes, go for that.
Okay. Well, I
it's-
think it combos. I could be wrong. Yeah, that combos.
Oh, off of like the hit. Yeah. So yeah, you could definitely do this into the cross up,
Oh, that sounds dirty.
or if obviously they block it, you could delay the zip down, into
Right.
instant cross up,
And you can
full
do
swing
like
combo with the power stone.
he's got an air dash too, so you can do like fake cross up stuff with that too probably.
Yeah.
Just be full anime. Cool. But basically you're advocating just do normal stuff there most of the time.
Yeah.
Cool.
If you're feeling a little fancy, and you can go for like the mix ups, or most of the time if they're expecting you to go for the basic block string, you could just
chuck him.
start just block. So off attack crouch, you just do this.
Oh, right. He's got that super fast Well, maybe super
into
fast,
full.
especially in the corner.
Yeah, it's very good once you throw it out. Throw it out every once in a while.
Can you?
And you could do sorry, let me.
Well,
You could
go
do
ahead.
like empty low.
Right. No, that's what I was going to ask. Do you land faster if you air dash?
No.
Okay.
So you can't air dash in the
You
corner.
totally can.
Yeah.
Oh no, you're right. You're probably not high enough.
No. It's the height is a little weird when it comes to the zip.
But you can definitely do an empty low. No, that sounds super annoying. I mean, it is super annoying. I've gotten hit by that.
Yeah.
But as far as solo mix options, it sounds like most of what you're saying is that he's sort of a pressure monster where you're going to be catching bad push blocks, your opponent getting impatient more than you're going to be mixing.
Yeah. Yeah. So his mix-ups are push block baiting, making the opponent mess up their timings on push block, and catching up backs. That's his
Right.
his go-to, right?
So one of the things that I see a lot of people do is they'll intentionally chain into a normal, so and then cancel the start of the normal. He's got really slow normals, right? So I imagine that you do stuff like that occasionally. You actually went over doing that, didn't you? Like 10 minutes ago.
So
yeah.
with the heavy punch, I like doing that a lot because
The second hit of the heavy punch, yeah, because it
the
hits
second
multiple
hit
times.
of the heavy punch, yeah.
Yeah.
So if you want them to push block you, so you could throw out more normals to make them push block compared to like, because sometimes, like I said earlier, you want to switch up your block strings every so often.
Mm-hmm.
So what I like to do is this, right?
Right.
2 hits or 3 hits, then
Right.
throw in a sweep every once in a while.
Right.
Right.
And then
so
yeah, because you can whiff cancel normals in this game, so you just accidentally continue the sort of what am I doing?
Yeah.
Even after you get push blocked. Sure. When his partner comes in the equation, do you ever mix with Venom, or is that just Venom provides lockdown so the other person can mix?
so like when you're tagging out into Venom or when you're tagging your opponent?
I mean, it just says mix with partner in the outline. You could
Mix
interpret
with
this
partner. So what you're trying to say is like what
either
can
way.
Venom provide for the mix
Well,
up?
both ways. Like,
Both ways? Okay, so I should probably pick Captain America
Sure.
for this. So it's probably a better demonstration of what Venom can do.
I will also be Captain America, so you can see my lack of a Captain America. Cap is one of the characters that I'm not smart enough to play.
I think you have to have a low IQ to play Cap.
Exactly. Thank you.
Okay, so what I was saying earlier, when you're in this situation and you tag in Cap,
Oh yeah,
that's
yeah,
an
yeah.
instant cross up. So Venom is very good with partners that can steal corners away. Or if you're rocking Space Stone, you can. Here, let me give myself Space Stone for this situation. So you could just do the Dante Dorm mix, where once the Venom trap is out.
Oh
do
yeah,
that.
yeah. Because you
So
can
you
just pull
do
it into it with a
Yeah, pull him into the thing, get a free combo.
right.
So this provides lockdown. That's a cross up, cross up overhead,
Right.
stuff like that.
Cool.
Characters that are really good at crossing up are with high lows. So if I was playing with Nova, I think Nova is probably the best character with Venom in terms of what he can get off of his mix-ups, because he has all 3. So he has cross up, high lows, and he has the throw options.
I hope you heard that, Mr. Summer. I know you didn't, but just saying.
If Summer wanted to play Venom, Nova, that team is probably like one of the better teams. I'd say it's probably like maybe top 3 Venom teams.
Cool.
But yeah, it's character. So he also could do so mid screen. If the opponent is push blocking a lot, just push block all my normals. So you can't really make them lock down.
Right.
Right once they push block you far enough.
Well, you can just throw Venom at them, right? Like you can literally just throw Venom at them.
Yeah, so that's what I was gonna
Okay.
get into. So if they're push blocking you a lot, you literally could just do this.
Right, and then you
And
get all
if-
sorts of.
Yeah, so you get a cross up there.
Oh.
Just jumping over. So that's a cross up already. And then you have a character with an air dash. You could cross back over.
Or a double
to,
jump, or a space stone.
Double jump.
Yeah.
Yeah, Space Stone. You could do a lot of nasty stuff with with this team
Sure.
or any team that has stuff like that. So
And then
stay same side, stuff
Yeah.
like that.
as far as his mix goes, he kind of has the high low off that. He kind of sort of during like a super tag sequence, he can do that for low, and then do
Yeah, he
his-
has the zip high low.
in the corner.
The only thing is, if the opponent is very good at fuzzy guarding, it's not that good. So
right.
I think the only people that are really good at fuzzy guarding Venom is probably Bane and Emo.
Okay.
They got it down.
But
It's
everybody else
much
doesn't.
easier fuzzy guarding with Venom if you have big bodies because you just time the zip into the zip hitting you the blocking character
Sure.
compared to hitting the wall.
Is there anything else that you would want to talk about in terms of mix with his partner?
Not really. Just abuse Venom trap. This is very good for tagging into your opponent.
Sure.
Heavy kick is also very good.
Oh yeah.
We went over it earlier.
Your boy, I shouldn't say your boy, to people I've talked to like once in a stream. Is there a difference between doing, I don't even know how to do his moves, between doing the light and the heavy version of that for tagging? Like is
The
one
light and the
better?
heavy version. So, if it depends on your opponent. So
Mhm.
if say for instance, tag into cap and crouch,
Sure.
this will go over cap. If I forget the angle. Yeah, see, it'll go
Okay.
over cap, so you won't get that much blocks done.
Right.
Compared to this one, you get the full hits.
Okay.
So it depends how small your opponent is. So say for instance, if your opponent's Rocket, you want to go for the light version. It doesn't reach as far, but you hit more of the hits. If they're normal body, you just go for the heavy one.
Okay.
Always.
So lean towards the heavy, but do the light if you think they're small.
Yeah. So like the characters that can avoid the heavy one is Nova, Hawkeye, Captain America, Rocket, and Spider-Man. Those are the only 5.
Another
that
Hawkeye,
could-
Captain America, Rocket, Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Cool.
And Arthur, I forgot about Arthur. He's in the game. But any characters with a very low crouch hitbox you want to do the light version against.
Sure. So the way I've been kind of thinking about combos in this game is weird. But when I'm learning a character, the first thing that I want to figure out is how do they cause all of the different types of knockdown in the game, right? So he's got this, which burns OTG because it's a stagger. This doesn't do anything, but it gives you whatever you want. This gives you wall bounce, which you can use separately. And then after the wall bounce, it gives you OTG, which you can use separately. This gives you ground bounce. I don't think that gives you nothing, and it's just really
That
good.
gives you nothing. It's
Yeah.
just like a soft knockdown.
And then these, I want to say these cause sliding.
Those
No,
cause.
that's just OTG.
Yeah, just OTG.
Cool. Does he have a sliding knockdown that I'm forgetting about?
What?
A sliding knockdown.
The one that
this
like
one.
launches.
Or-
Yeah.
Oops.
Unfortunately, he doesn't. If he
Yeah.
did, Venom combos would be very long because he could just combo all 4.
Yeah.
You know, wall bounce, ground bounce, the super hard knockdown, then the, OTG stuff like that.
Yeah. Cool.
But
And
he
then
doesn't.
so my next question would be, how do you convert off of common situations? So the ones that are super important and weird are if you just get a hit on somebody in the air and you don't just have Power Stone, what do you do to convert?
Usually, so Venom is very good at comboing wonky hits, super jump height. So you could just do that
Okay.
into hard knockdown.
Sure.
If you want to save your hard knockdown for later in the combo, you could do this. Oops. You do
okay.
light
you
kick
can hit
into
it all
heavy.
down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's way easier for me anyway to hit it all the way down off the
Yeah.
light version. Cool. So that's just your go-to confirm is you just do one of
Yeah.
these off any wonky
Yeah,
situation.
definitely do the heavy version, not the light version,
Okay.
because if you hit him, so super jump, if you hit him
Sure.
at the tail end, like at their legs,
Ah,
the heavy version will combo.
and the light version won't. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So the heavy version is more guaranteed. You might have to cut your
Yeah, it's
combo short
very,
later.
very much. Yeah.
Yeah. So what about if the opponent is on the ground? What's your 100% ideal? The opponent's just standing there. Confirm.
So most of the time, if you're just when you're playing Venom, you're gonna get a hit like this.
Okay.
I usually like to do this since I am playing with power.
Yeah.
I would do this, Then I would do Power Stone into here,
Uh-huh.
right? Into super.
Sure.
So
Okay.
let me do that again and put on the...
Sure. And then the other thing that I'm going to ask in a second. Yes, Mike, you are 100% correct. Dumbass web zip.
Yeah, the web zip is very ignorant. So this is my go-to combo
Uh-huh.
when it comes to...
Ooh,
Oh, the timing is weird because PC to PlayStation.
exactly.
Or PlayStation
Also,
to PC.
SoCal to SoCal connection. Terrible.
So this is the go-to combo
Right.
I like to do. Obviously, you can squeeze out more damage if you want to be
I mean,
super optimal.
you're getting 1,300 damage out of one bar. That's pretty okay.
Yeah.
Um,
6.5. You can squeeze out 7k if you do nothing but heavies. So if you do... Oops.
I disbelieve.
You get a ground balance into Power Stone.
Yeah,
into,
you burned something goofy happened there.
Yeah, so you could get very optimal combos.
But if you're getting 7k solo, that means you're getting like 6k meterless. That sounds
Yeah,
that sounds
around
really good.
Yeah, if you don't want to spend a bar,
Uh-huh.
it's very... His combos are very damaging.
Yeah.
My timing's all.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
But,
Um,
but yeah, he has one of the easier combo routes for very good damage.
yeah.
But like when I said it for like a sentence, pre-patch Venom, he would do almost like 7.3 solo,
That sounds high.
but it
That
is
sounds-
very, very ignorant. It sucks that they nerfed him, but it be what it be.
That sounds very high. So if you catch a guy with a random power stone or one of these, the other one of these,
Mhm.
how do you convert off the OTG?
So if you're just doing this one,
Yeah.
I like just to let him fall to the ground and light
Okay.
kick.
So you're just doing light kick launch. You're doing a super basic series, and then you're
Yeah.
doing the ground mount special, and then
Yeah,
because you have
because-
power stone.
Because for some reason this game is weird. So just neutral jump.
Sure.
When you combo off the ground,
Mhm.
you get pushed back very far. So
Yeah.
you saw how I just did a regular light kick.
Yep.
It pushes you very far, so you can't really do much. Yeah, it pushes you far back. Usually, if that wasn't the case and you could just do a regular combo starter,
Uh huh.
you could just do light kick, heavy punch into sweep into combo. But because there's that little knockback, you have to be wary of when only in the corner, I believe.
No. So anytime you're picking up off of an OTG, you always
Oh,
get,
yeah.
you always get that little hit. Venom can actually probably backwards OTG super reliably. If you web zip at such an angle that it hits them on the other half of their character, they're knocked towards you instead of away. I don't know if that's
Yeah,
useful.
so if you wanna
Yeah.
get a little fancy, you could do that.
Yeah.
Get a guaranteed cross up if you're feeling fancy.
Mhm.
But if you're just want to be lazy, you just do this.
That looks really easy, actually. Oh,
Yeah, it's super easy. Then you get
is that on the list of garbage that I'll check later. I will check later. I wanna look at one thing real fast. Hang on. So there are some moves in this game that are super goofy in combos, and I want to see if Venom has any. But I did not do my homework, so I did not look up before. And the answer-
goofy how like
Venom Trap, cool. So there are, I don't know how into this you want to get, but there are two systems that determine how long your combo can go. One of them is the amount of damage that you've done, except it's the amount of damage that you've done if you would have started the combo with the heavy, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
The other system is that there's just moves that screw your combo over. So like with Captain America, every time you hit with shield throw, it screws your combo over a little bit. Every time you hit with this move, it screws your combo over a little bit. And the more hits you do of those moves, the crankier the game gets with you and the shorter your combo has to be.
Yeah.
Venom doesn't have any of those except for this, which makes the game 5% cranky.
Yeah, I think you can combo. So I like to do this a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh wait, how did it? It was actually off a crumple
Ah,
like that.
yeah.
If you start off with a heavy punch, I believe you get.
So my thesis is that because you've done that, your combo is going to be a little bit shorter because you're going to
Yeah.
have slightly less hit stun because you've used the Venom Trap. So you want to save the Venom Traps for later in the combo if you can.
You could get up to 3 if you tag crash. So if you
Yeah,
do...
they added so Venom Trap is a crumple state or a capture state. It's also a hit grab. It's a hit grab and a capture state. So you can only do 9 hit grabs in a combo, which I mean you have to try really hard. But you can also only do 3 capture states. So no matter what you do, you can't do more than 3.
Yeah, more than
Venom
3.
traps.
So,
Bananas thinks that your combos are cool.
thank you. So you could do something like this. Obviously, you got a cross up right there.
Yeah.
So, Venom has very good. Like I was saying, Venom could guarantee a back turn off of every hit
Uh-huh.
if you really are optimal or semi-optimal. You don't even have to be super optimal.
Sure.
You just have to like put a little thought into it to get a back turn.
Okay.
So you could guarantee a cross, like a very easy cross up or a very hard mix up on their wake up. So
Sure. So let me review this real fast. On the ground, if you're paying attention, your starter is that into some air garbage. If you don't want to do air garbage off of zip, then you just launch on the ground.
yeah,
If you're in the air and there's any goofiness going on, you just confirm into death as fast as you can, or Power Stone if you're feeling lazy. And then once you've hit with a Power Stone, or that, which his normals are slow, I'm sorry, you just dash up and you just launch and you just do normal things. Yeah. Does that about cover the basic, just super basic confirming off stuff?
yeah. So I mean, Venom is very easy. So most of his confirms are gonna be one of the 3.
Yeah.
So it's either zip heavy into whatever ground confirm you want to do, heavy punch, or zip heavy punch into. If they're in the air and you hit them in the air with the zip, you just do that.
Yeah.
Full combo. And if they're on the ground and you want to make them crumple, you just to that.
Right. And then off the crumple, you can do all sorts of cool stuff.
Yeah.
Cool.
So it's nothing like where this situation you have to do this situation you have to do that. It's just one of the like 2 or 3 things you have to keep in mind.
So let's talk about his enders real fast. If you're doing a combo solo, the one that you did ended in super. If you just want solo Oki, how do you end your combos?
Solo Oki, so usually I do. So I would do this. Oops.
PC timing.
So because I have Power Stone, I do this one.
Okay. So you're just basically doing the longest combo you can into the double ground bounce, and the double ground bounce gives a hard knockdown, and then you can do stuff off that. Cool.
Yeah, there's also another layer if you want to save your ground bounce.
Right.
You could do.
Yeah.
What am I thinking of? Oh yeah, you just do this one.
Okay. Oh, that was super cool. The launch into the upset.
Yeah.
I see.
That makes them instantly recover. So launch into web zip it's a fancy thing that you could just throw in there.
XC, we are up playing Venom. Both Johnny and I think that Venom is one of the easiest characters in the game, and he's really good.
I'm not capping today, XC. I'm keeping it 100. But
Cool.
yeah, that's if you're not playing power, you could just do this one. Then you got to make sure they launch high into the air.
Yeah.
It's very weird because
So the one that I do anyway is it's just really easy to get the thing that you want. If you're just a little bit below them, and you do light, at least for me. Yeah.
Do you do that one, the heavy?
Oh, I mean, I'm doing the light version. When you're just a little bit below them. I mean, and it's super easy.
Okay, yeah, that one's very easy if you want to save your ground bounce. Oops, I did the wrong one. This still should
Well,
work.
you say ground bounce and OTG, right? So you can do the other one and then pick up, and then do whatever.
Oh yeah, so that reminds me of a mix-up that you could do if you have characters with high lows. So
Sure.
if you save your ground bounce, I'm just doing very lazy combo.
That's fine. Oh.
So you
That
could do
actually
that.
looks mad annoying.
So
I think I can probably tech forward too.
yeah, you could tech forward. Let me see. Let me just do the lazy one.
Sure. Oh, I was holding forward. So yeah, that looks real as heck.
It's guaranteed. It's guaranteed. So,
Cool.
you also could do the Venom. Oops, you could do the Venom trap one,
Okay. I'm gonna hold
which
forward again to be
is
spicy. Actually, no, I'm gonna hold on forward.
much easier.
Right, and then you just do garbage
Yeah.
with the cap.
And so just back tech on that one.
Okay.
On the Venom trap ones.
Oops. I back checked too early.
The timing is a little weird. I had a brain fart. My bad.
You can, yeah.
Say. And you see how where the Venom trap is laid?
Right.
They're in the perfect spot where if they back tech, Venom trap is there. If they jump forward, they get hit.
Right.
You know, obviously, so they're scared of the Venom trap. So you could keep pressuring with the high lows and stuff.
Sure.
So
So basically, his knockdown kit is so
yeah,
because you can separate the wall bounce to ground bounce if you want to, and because he's
Yeah.
got a lot of stuff, you can choose where to do what knockdown, so you can get whatever setup you want at the end.
yeah. And since I said earlier, if you have a character that can steal the corner,
Mhm.
that's instant cross up whenever. So
Cool.
off of the Venom trap mix, Cap could do a lot. So you
Mhm.
could do this. If you're blocking all this, obviously
Yeah.
I could cartwheel whenever in the mix to force the cross up.
Cool. Okay, so I just want to talk about solo filler real fast because that's on the sheet. Venom has, between his air dash and zip, you can sort of just do buttons in the air and go back down for basically as long as you want. Like, I'm not good at these.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
that one.
You can do some variations of just buttons in the air into zip, into air
Yeah,
dash, into
so-
buttons.
If you wanted to do a little bit more damage in your Venom combos, you can literally just do this.
Yeah.
I think you get like 3 reps,
Well, yeah, I think you need to rise with a slightly faster button. Or so, yeah,
something like that. Or you could just do this one.
DC timing. Yeah, but the
Do
point is
something like
that between the air dash and the zip and this forward heavy punch just has way too much hit stun.
Yeah.
Between those options, you can pad out your combos really long in between using resources. Yeah, I just want to mention that exists. That is an idea. So when you're doing a tag combo optimized for, I mean, either damage or Oki, where do you put
Mhm.
Venom in it? Do you do stuff with your other character and then tag Venom? Do you do stuff with Venom and then tag your other character?
So it depends. Like my basic combo route when tag is available is
Mhm.
pretty much.
Sure.
It depends on the team I am playing. So
Okay.
my main team, Winter Soldier Venom, I like to mainly do the Venom combo in full, and then I mean you see me do just this, right? So
Yeah.
basic combo,
Uh-huh.
doing it mad short, and to tag into Winter Soldier.
Okay.
And then Winter Soldier controls mid screen and full screen, and you can't approach Winter Soldier at all because of Venom Trap.
Mhm.
And guns are there to keep you in check. And because Venom, if I hit you anywhere on screen with Winter Soldier, full screen combo with Venom.
Right.
If I hit you super jump height, full screen combo. So
Yeah. Because he can.
but with Captain America, it's kind of just depends on the team and what you want to do for Oki on with that specific team. But I'd suggest just setting up Venom Trap at every ender if you can. If you could enter combo with Venom Trap, I would suggest just doing that
Cool.
unless you got a better mix up.
So let me answer my own question too. Based on my experimentation with Venom, you can't do specials beyond about 5k. His combos are kind of short, and you have to be super creative if you want to like do fierce into this or this.
That drops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if I was playing Venom, I would do 2 things. One, I would do Venom for most of the start of the combo, but I would save the ground outs if I could, and then I would tag my other character. I would do all their garbage, so you get Oops,
Yeah.
the other one, you get like these in, and then you use his ground bounce, and then you tag Venom back. Off the tag, you can get that out. You chill
Yeah.
for the tag cooldown, and then you can get another ground bounce into a super.
Yeah. Yeah. So you said you played Venom Ultron?
No, I played Venom Captain Marvel in training mode because I wanted to see if OG's
Captain
team
Marvel,
could
yeah.
kill 9Ks, and it can.
Yeah, Captain Marvel is one of those characters that I just abused the combo system very well. So, but Ultron has a similar thing with his capture states and his drones. So you could squeeze out a lot.
Yeah.
You could squeeze out a lot of he's like Dante in the sense where you could save all your ground bounces and OTGs at the end of the combo.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you have to put in the effort to save all of them.
Uh-huh.
You know, you could just do that into whatever.
Right. Yeah,
Into
yeah.
that, and there's your ground bounce.
Sure. So this is just a silly me question. You're in a combo. You're at like 6K, right? And you tag into this. What are the things you can do? Because as far as I can tell in this situation, the only things that work are this button, and power stone, and that really seems like it's it.
That's pretty much it because they're in an awkward angle where.
Well, I mean, I'm just talking about hit stun, like not even.
Oh, hit stun wise, yeah. So that if you have all your capture states left,
Oh yeah, because you can do like oops, I'm really bad at that. But you can have one trap of each type out.
No. Oh yeah. If they're in the capture state, yes, you can.
Right, and then if you're good, I think you could actually combo those.
Yeah, so you could do. I think it was. Ah shit.
It's okay.
Oh shit! I'm going into combo.
This is a complicated question anyway. Don't worry about it. Yeah.
Yeah,
This
it's
is some
very
guide you can
tight
do.
because you have to hold the button
Okay.
for a very short time.
So I have.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you did it. Cool. I just have one silly combo question that's not on the rubric, and that is, what are the cool things you can do off of that move? Do you just have to burn OTG and then you have to?
Yeah. Unfortunately, since it uses your OTG, you can't really do much.
Okay. And then that's the same with air version.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And yeah, and the thing is, you have to keep in mind where you're at on the screen because if you're right here
It's
and
really
your
easy.
back is in the corner, you're a little bit further away.
Ah. Okay.
So if your back is not in the corner, you have all the screen to play with, and you literally just let tag crash rock
I see.
and get into whatever.
So
It's the same thing with grab.
right.
You still have all your ground bounces, wall bounces, OTGs.
Cool.
That's what I'd like to do off of grab.
So if you're extending combos with that move, you basically have to tag with it. I'm the best.
Yeah.
You basically have to tag with it.
I figured you could do super fancy combos with this.
You can. Yeah. Off the crumble. Cool. So I mean, I'm imagining, especially with PC timing, we should just refer people to optimized team combos on the Twitters and on the tech Discord. Oh, that was cool. And not get super into showing it. And we've gone over Okazemi pretty extensively. So unless you have something that you want to show in terms of combos, do you want to just talk really quickly defending against Venom? We've been sort of going over that a little bit. But what are the things that people should be doing to defeat either the strategies that you think Venoms who aren't you use, or the things that you've been suggesting?
Sorry, say that question again. What was?
How do you defend against Venom? in
How
10
do you
minutes?
defend against Venom? So Venom sucks against projectile characters. So any character
So
with
just
very good
do
projectiles.
that a lot?
Yeah, this matchup, any character with an obnoxious projectile is probably 7-3 in their favor. So I'd say this is maybe 6-4 because once the shield is out, that's the only projectile Cap has,
Right.
and you could just go in after that. But like say against like Hawkeye, Winter Soldier, that's like 7-3. It's very hard, almost 8-2. I want to say it's very hard.
Mm-hmm.
Or the characters that you kind of lose to. I think it's somewhat even with Gamora.
Yeah.
he across the board, I feel like he has more of a general even matchup.
Okay.
He does struggle a little bit against Ghost Rider, and Ghost Rider, if he has power, if he does not have power, Venom beats him. But if Ghost Rider does have power, you kind of get checked where Venom likes to be. You mix screen, full screen heavy punch, super jump height. Ghost Rider could just react to you jumping and you do jump heavy.
So the flip side of what you're saying is that because Venom has zip and he's got a lot of mobility, XC is saying that like Strange can't, jump back and set up I because he has to worry about zip all the time.
Yeah, the zip kind of checks Strange in that awkward little spot where his legs are available to get hit, and then right under I. So
yeah,
I'd say it's a maybe 6-4 Venom in that situation.
Okay,
but I think it's more even if the Strange player is aware of the zip approach.
So let's rather than talking matchups, if you were going to tell somebody how to challenge the down zip pressure in the corner that you were demonstrating, what's the best way to challenge that? Do they just like dash up and just try to jab you out of the like do that, or
it's kind of hard because I don't know, because me personally, I feel like I would need to put myself in that situation to know what to do. So it's kind of hard to say. I would say just looking for when the zip pressure is kind of over.
Right.
Which is almost never, because if they're just push blocking, I could just abuse this, right?
Right.
You could kind of air to him.
Okay. So air to airing is a
it's
decent
kind of
option.
hard.
What about dashing forward? Try to get under the zip. Is that ever smart?
Dash forward. I mean, you could do that. Yeah.
Okay. So it's sometimes an option. So basically, it's just you want to respect it until Venom leaves a gap that's a little bit too big or tries to start mixing you, and then you challenge.
Yeah, exactly. So
and then the buttons that you want to be using to challenge. Wow, I tried to launch that. That did not work.
Yeah, it's very, very hard to challenge Venom.
Okay.
But if you don't have like obnoxious normals.
The way you would do it is you would not push block, so he's maybe too close when you're doing the zip, and then jump forward and hit him. Is that a good way?
I think so. I mean, I don't want to give like false advice.
Yeah.
Some people get hit for trying to challenge, but I believe that would be the proper options because, if you like push block. Oh, the thing is, if you push block Venom just out of range where his heavy punch doesn't connect, there's like a little gap where they're like, oh shit, I can't cancel my normal fast enough, right?
Right. Yeah, that's what we're trying to do, Mr. Bananas. That's literally what I'm doing right now. You see where it says defending against Venom on the screen? Also, that's actually an interesting option. Does Venom have any defensive tools other than push block and hit good buttons?
Unfortunately, I don't think so because.
What were you gonna say? I was gonna suggest.
Maybe if you push block out of him, if you push block enough where the gap is enough where he could invul out. But when we discussed earlier, no invul on startup and no invul it's a read. It's definitely a read. You got to be kind of accurate. You got to understand the opponent's tools. It's very hard. So once Venom gets rushed in, it's kind of hard to defend yourself.
Okay.
But
so one of his weaknesses is that he struggles to defend against.
Yeah, his defensive options are not that great.
Yeah.
But the thing is, what I do like about Venom is as long as Venom gets super jumped out, that's where you could kind of get back into neutral. Because if you're in the corner and they're pressuring you,
all you need is one jump.
You could do this.
Yeah.
Instant cross up. I've definitely hit a number of people trying to keep the pressure up. So like Tyson, he would like to do DP, down zip checks DP. Bane, what he likes to do up kick. Zip beats up kick free every time.
So it's like what you're saying is that it's like Rainstorm, except you can cancel out of it.
Yeah, just treat it like Rainstorm, but you keep the momentum.
Yeah.
And like I said, if they push block this, I push block the heavy punch on the way down. So, I crossed up there.
I'm trying to push block. I swear.
Fucking it up.
There. Oh yeah.
It's like
you just.
So like if like I said, if I was in the corner and I crossed up and I hit I'm gonna do cross up zip.
Okay.
So
Sorry.
get a little bit closer.
Get a little bit closer.
So there you go. Back full screen.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry.
Because you keep the momentum of the push block and you backdash and you go back to full screen and now
Right.
you're in the positive situation because you have Venom trap out.
Cool.
So it's best to always reset neutral to make it where you're mid screen again with Venom.
Got it. No, sorry, I was reading chat. I said Mike apologized, or Mike is disappointed that he missed our limited matchup discussions. But he also wants you to know that he didn't say anything bad, and he's a positive person. You might say he's super cool. Oh wow, that looks cool. Is that?
Yeah, so Venom has like very like interesting ways to end combos too. So
Yeah.
if you save your ground bounce, you could OTG with a lot of things with Venom.
Yeah. Cool. So defending against Venom, you wait until he gets a little bit overzealous, trying to open you up. You try to thread that gap. You try to hit him in the face because a lot of the things like this is kind of slow. Zip is kind of slow. It's not the fastest thing in the world. And then is there? I guess push block intelligently.
Yeah, pretty much because people don't realize they have like a bad push block tendency. So as soon as they block something, they want to push block. So.
Right. Well, no, that's one of the things that there's a lot of things in this game that become horrendously safe if you push block, but are very unsafe if you don't.
Yes.
Yeah. So
it's one of those things where you got to keep in mind you also have defensive options against Venom.
Yeah. Max damage. Yeah. Cool. Let's not. There are characters with some moves that are different from other moves. That's what makes fighting games interesting. XC wants to know why Venom's supers are faster than Hulk's supers.
Look, actually, both of those supers are bad. It's just that one is Hulk supers on a scale of 1 to 10, it's a 0, and Venom supers a fucking a 1 out of 10.
Exactly.
Like they're both bad.
Spin your bar and other things. Cool. So the last thing that I have on this is unusual moves and interactions. Is there anything goofy that goes on with Venom that you think is interesting and that people should know about?
You could actually do very cool combos with Venom traps. So I don't do it often because.
Right. Yeah.
See, free back turn.
And you haven't
You
used anything.
You could do a lot of things off.
Does he have? I'm pretty sure the answer is no, or I have no execution. But does he have like that? Like can you do?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so because his dash is a little slow.
Yeah.
Compared to the normal air dashers of the game.
So you don't think that there's a height where he gets first hit? What's it called? Oh yeah, he's got those.
Yeah, you could do.
Mr. XC, the stand light kick beats armor, and I have no idea what the frame that is. Johnny might know.
What's that?
Do you happen to know how much slower Venom light kick is than Venom jab?
So, like the frame data. So the light kick is the one that beats armor. It's not as fast. I think I want to say it's like about 6 frames.
That's
compared
pretty
to
fast.
maybe 6 or 7.
I mean, we can look it up in a second. Cool. So does he have? Because Mike's in the chat. Do you have any fancy resets and a grab off of multi jump combos against standing? Actually, does that combo work against crouchers?
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Okay, cool.
But wait, he's saying, do I have? Oh, like this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do a lot of resets.
Okay.
Against So I like to do this one.
Oh no, that does work against crouchers, because you crumpled into it. Yeah. Because if I'm crouching, like you just crumple, and then that's super cool. I'm excited. And then you can get a solo high low.
Yeah.
You can just set up something and tag your partner. That's super good. Okay, cool, amazing. I'm a Venom player now.
Yeah.
I'm not, but
What type of armor it beats? It beats every armor, like a heavy punch would.
Sure. Give me 1 second.
They programmed his light kick as a heavy punch for some reason.
I can pull up the frame data. That is a thing I can do. Let me see. And then Mr. Wolf might have also put in information. We'll see. Copy of Venom. It looks like we don't have frame data. Amazing. Standing light punch is 7 frames. Standing light kick is 10 frames, Mr. XC.
Yeah.
If that's
a whole 3-frame difference.
Yeah. That's kind of a big deal. Cool. And any other goofiness? I mean, I have like one vaguely goofy thing, but that's just the...
I mean, you could do double super Venom. I was doing it earlier. Nah, I fucked it up. Yeah, I fucked it up.
Yeah, but the point is that you can do another super there.
Yeah.
So the one thing that I encountered when I was lobbying the character is that the capture state, the Venom trap, is a hit grab, and the super that you're doing is also a hit grab, and you have a limit of 9 of those, which doesn't matter usually, but if you're doing like Carol or Dante stuff with Venom, it's really easy to hit that limit.
Really?
Yeah, like
Yeah, that's cool.
hang on. Be training mode. Okay. Let's see if I actually have a Carol, or if I'm just pretending. The answer is that I have part of a Carol, but I'm just going to drop the Venom part. So if you're doing like let me corner you. Oh my gosh. Fraud. Definitely fraud. So that's like, how many of those?
I think that was like 7.
That was not a super jump.
Yeah, that was 7. Then
and I actually have to get the button out. Sorry. Whatever. The point is that if you do that and then you try to do like a Venom trap into a super, the game gets really cranky and it just doesn't work. I'm gonna try one more time and then give up.
Yeah. The thing is with that super, you could actually do like a high hit stun combo and
Oh,
what I like to do.
No. This is actually gonna take 2 seconds. So if you're happy birthdaying a guy, right, and you do that super, can you toggle fast? So if you do the super, if you understand how to input the super, which I do not apparently, the assist will fall out of the super, and then you can just hit him back into it.
Yeah. Me and OG like to use the reset. I think his resets are better because Iron Man super hits more of the screen and they fall out better. And it lasts much longer compared to my Winter Soldier super or like Captain America super.
Right. Cool. But it's just a really easy assist reset. You just do the super, you hit him back into it. You get the whatever you want. Cool.
You could also so for happy birthdays, so tag into block.
Okay.
You could do You gotta do this. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do low.
Okay.
But yeah, you could do.
Right.
You could do that. You could loop that, right?
Right.
It's I'm just fucking it up now.
No, it's okay. And this is resetting the assist every time too.
It resets the assist infinitely if they don't push block right.
Yeah. I gotta redeem my honor. I say. Yeah, amazing, cool. I promise that A, I occasionally can play Carol, and B, that they count as hit grabs, and if you're doing, I mean, even 1 into super, and you've done 7 hit grabs before, the game gets cranky and it just doesn't work. So, yeah.
Oh,
Go ahead.
actually, I do remember a little bit of goofy stuff with Venom.
Sure.
You could do this.
Oh.
I can't.
No, you're trying to you're trying to like
Yeah,
castle
I'm
out
trying to do
into-
that.
Oh, okay.
And
That
it's an instant cross up.
interesting. So
Yeah, it's a
it-
little wonky, but you have to input the cross up right away.
Mhm.
There we go. I got it. There's that. You could do that one. That one's more guaranteed.
yeah.
But like I said, if you fuck it up, you get the Venom barrel. I think it's
Right.
called. But you
Cool.
could get like a wonky.
Yeah, no, that's a good question. What do your Power Storm combos look like, especially full
There are
screen?
some combos. So usually I just do this one.
Storm, but yeah. Oh,
Oops, I-
and that gives you the big bounce if you cancel
Yeah,
it
it
right.
gives me the big bounce if I know how to do it right.
It's okay.
Okay.
I mean, I'm dropping Carol combos, so. Oh, and then you can
Yeah.
go to just normal basketball stuff from
Yeah.
there.
I think I have to do the light one.
I see.
Yeah, but mid screen it's a little wonky because
You hit the corner.
like right there you saw how I
Yeah.
you could do that.
Interesting. Yeah. And then he's got an
It
air
is-
dash, so once you're in Power Storm, you can just do basketball combos, I imagine.
Yeah.
Interesting.
You just do that over.
Sure. Yeah, actually, I can't imagine that he can't just do a basketball combo from full screen. So as long
I
as you
think
can,
I probably can. Let me see. It's
That-
a little weird because
huh?
I haven't really practiced it.
Yeah, you probably whatever.
I don't know how I would get behind him though.
You can't once I hit the corner, I think.
Oh, once they hit the corner, yeah.
I-
So
I think you just dash under. But whatever.
so it's probably a little tight then. Yeah, because his heavy kick hits more of a downward angle than like a forward
Right.
downward.
I think you might have more time than I think you're doing. I think you just have to dash on the ground in between jumps.
Or like normal dash into
Yeah.
that or some shit. Or
Yeah. All right. Well, whatever. Is there anything else that springs to mind, or
no, that's pretty much it with Venom.
sure?
Like
Well, thank
I
you.
kind of rambled in
No,
most of
it's
this
fine. That's
the spot.
believe it or not, I want these to be just a little bit rambly. You know, just the right balance because
Yeah.
I think that-
I mean, if you want to go over like the main points is
sure.
the main the main list of how to play Venom and how to approach Venom
Sure.
with your opponents is abuse his zip every chance you get.
Okay.
Whenever you have the chance to throw out zip and it'll make the opponent block or make the hit, I would throw it out.
Okay.
Or just the threat of this alone, getting a full screen combo with zip is very good. And always mix up your approaches. Right? You could do this.
So abuse
That's
it.
also very good.
Mix up your approach. Take advantage of the movement in your specials.
Yeah. This is also very good as a fake out.
Mm.
You come back in.
And
If you want to do a little fancy against a character that doesn't have a reversal, you could do the standing mix-ups
Oh, yeah.
like that.
Right.
So, all right, let me hit you with the crumble, and
Sure.
then I just try to block whatever.
Okay. I guess high, you went low. I guess low, you went high. All right.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna mash 3 this time. Amazing.
Yeah. So there, if you see, oh, also one thing,
Uh-huh.
you can punish raw zip
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
because it's super.
Yeah, so it's very, very bad. So don't want to throw it out in their face like that
Right.
unless you're making them respect you. So you can
Right.
do that, but
Cool.
stuff like that.
Cool. So abuse it. Abuse your movement.
Abuse Venom Trap too. Make sure
Fake it
try
out.
to play around your Venom Trap.
Okay. try to play around trap.
Yeah. So like if you're, say for instance, I'm in the corner and you're backdashing.
Mm-hmm.
So like try to make it where Venom Trap gets off the screen, right? So yeah, you're pushing them into the corner, but sometimes you want to play around your Venom Trap. So if they're backdashing, make them approach you. If they're not approaching you, set out the Venom Trap.
Right.
Stuff like that. And this is probably a good matchup for Venom too, because jump heavy is very good. Zip into heavy, I think its hits are long enough to combo. But that's pretty much it. I mean, basic BMBs you actually don't. So Power Stone lists, this would be the.
So you're just doing
that.
Okay.
And you don't let the last hit of the barrel or Venom barrel, whatever the fuck it's called, hit.
Okay.
Because it knocks them down and you can't combo that. So
yeah. Oh yeah. Can you just do standing light kick? Thank you. That's all Bananas wanted to say.
Yeah. So this is very good, and it's a heavy starter. So
yeah. But just to reiterate, you're literally doing the most basic air sequence you can into the quarter circle forward punch, and then you're doing another really basic air sequence into quarter circle back punch, and then you're doing a super, and that's the combo.
Yeah, if that's like the day one stuff. But if you want to like, obviously get a little fancy, you could do.
I mean, it's a 10-frame button, guys. Like what? I don't know what you guys are on. It's a 10-frame button. It's allowed to be a heavy starter.
Yeah, it's very bad as a light kick.
It's not a particularly fast button. It's not a particularly Also, light kicks are pretty okay starters. Like it's not.
Yeah, it's not that bad. It's not as scaled as a heavy light punch, but obviously.
XC, you know how fast Palm is?
Palm is what, like 7 frames or
Palm is as fast as Venom's fastest button.
Yeah, so that's why when we were going over Venom, do not try to stay point blank against like characters with very good normals. Abuse mid screen.
Cool. All right. So you said that you wanted to go over just the basics of everything. So abuse zip, use your movement, pay attention to their push blocks, fake them out, catch the push blocks, play around trap, and then abuse the heck out of the uppy tentacle things.
Yes, and abuse the fuck out of if you in the optimal space for Venom where you want to be. This is a pretty much an instant cross up.
Yeah.
If you're mid screen and you're playing mid screen with Venom.
So you're just doing air dash into down zip?
Yeah, air dash into down zip. It's very good.
Cool.
And yeah, if you're playing Power Stone, you could be lazy. Do that.
Yeah.
And since they're back turned because of that,
you get to do garbage. I'm gonna hold forward.
Yeah, see, that was a cross up there.
You held forward, and then I held forward, and you were still in front of me. That's the best part. If you just pressed a button with cap on the ground.
Yeah, and like if I stay same side, it's very hard because if you try to tech how you usually want to tech, you recover instantly. So
yeah,
it's very hard.
Cool.
But yeah, Venom is good.
So
partners and stuff like that.
Anything else that jumps out, or do you want to just tell people where to find you?
I mean, if they have a specific question in a scenario,
sure.
I could probably answer, but nothing that comes on the top of my head.
So XC, Mike, Bananas, Mr. Wolf, anything that you've ever secretly wanted to know about Venom? If not, you stream twitch.tv/jonniea73.
Yes, sometimes.
You have
I should be streaming often though. More often.
Bananas. Johnny thinks that Venom pairs well with most of the cast. He thinks that Venom pairs especially well with anybody who can take advantage of his lockdown and neutral and get mix. He thinks that Venom Nova is probably really good. Johnny isn't.
Reality Stone.
Yeah, I don't think you're a big Reality Stone player.
No, I mean you could definitely abuse the flamethrower or dragon breath, I think it's called, with Venom, because you're going to be constantly checking them with heavy, so you're going to get that a lot.
So a couple of things. One, Mike wants to know why Venom can follow through with a web dash zip after the projectile is destroyed. Smush. That's how you pronounce that. I think the reason is because as soon as the projectile hits anything, you can cancel it. and destroyed counts as it hitting something. Is my guess.
Yeah. In normal strings, where do normal characters punish?
So that very much depends on exactly what Venom does and exactly what the other person is doing. If Jonnie does, for example, the dash down zip thing twice, I can just catch the zip the second time. Just by doing that. So yeah.
This one.
So I'm pretty sure if I don't fuck up, well, I need to get the
you
jump
gotta do
out,
like jump jab.
Yeah, I think
It's hard though because like the timing is strict.
Yeah.
Because the zip, the lower the zip that hits on the ground,
Right.
the more blocks on your end. So.
But
it's
you can also
tough.
just jump there.
You
And then-
jump there and
yeah.
avoid the zip, right?
Yeah. And
But
then
if I see you're gonna jump,
he gets other things. Okay, sure. So ground strings, where do you get out? If he's doing this point blank, you can perfect push block, and then he's kind of sort of trivially minus.
yeah. So if here, let me get in the corner.
Sure.
So just do like a normal string into that. So that's the.
Okay.
Yeah, I fucked it up. It's very hard. Yeah, it's. I'm not even that good with it.
Okay, you're no.
Honestly. It's
You do
hard.
it. Okay. One more time. Yeah.
See?
So
If you had a fast normal, so since Venom's normals are kind of slow,
Yeah.
it's a trade. But if you have like a mashable jab there, you would.
right. Also, I'm fucking up the push block. I've no practice with that. If he's doing stuff into trap, you just preemptively challenge. Like so, I can't react to the trap, but if I'm just pressing buttons, I can just hit him, and then I can just do whatever I want.
But the thing is, like, try to challenge there again, and I'm gonna do Venom Rush, right?
Yeah. If
so
you're
it's a rock paper scissors in that situation.
yeah, and then if you're doing this, there are a couple of Venom players on PC that do that a lot. What I do is I push block the normal before it, and then I just up back, and then it becomes a lot.
Wait, the ground one?
Yeah, a lot easier to deal with. XC wants to know if the crumple, if this is, if that is safe. If this is just safe. The answer is that I don't think a Venom player is ever going to not cancel it. So it's like Palm. Palm is safe because you can cancel it, but this, it's punishable if he doesn't cancel it, but I can cancel it into that.
Yeah, and I get
it.
There's no way you're throwing that out raw and
Without doing stuff.
Not doing anything, right?
You're doing that if nothing else,
And the thing is, it's very good because, say for instance, like try to grab my tag.
Sure.
Right. Like sometimes if.
That's exactly what grabbing a tag looks like.
Yeah. Right. If you somehow mess up the grab timing, and both of you throw out a grab, Venom probably is gonna get a favorable trade just because of crumple.
Yeah. Oh, I confused myself. I was like, I used OTG. It's a good button.
10 feet away.
It's a good button.
But the thing is, you don't want to OTG from that far away. All right.
Yeah.
There's no way you want to do this, like OTG and go into this. Like, definitely not.
Yeah. So as far as punishing things on the ground, if he's just doing that, is there a really easy answer? Because right. You literally crash under it, so you can just hit him.
Yeah. So you can launch, I believe.
Yeah.
You could definitely launch it
if you're early enough.
Venom isn't a good character. Let me do it with Cap.
Venom isn't a good character.
See, Cap has better normals.
Right, but you can just hit him out of startup if he's in your face. If he's not in your face, then you've got even more space.
Yeah.
So there's a couple of things. One, he's got a lot of lockdown, right? So you can just sort of throw him at people. If I can remember how to throw him at people, and then do.
Yeah. So I've been telling OG to use that more with his team, because if you throw this out, he gets fly into unfly low.
Yeah,
overhead,
you don't have to actually fly. You can just.
You can just do that. You could get a cross up. This, like I said, Venom is very good with any characters with air dashes. That could cross up fast, has good high low mixes.
Yeah, Jonnie was showing a lot of Like
Yeah, so even if your character doesn't have a good so just block.
sure.
He has, even with a character of not like an air dash, you could cross up. But you know, characters with double jumps, I think a team that's also very good is Venom Strider.
Yeah.
Strider gets a lot of mileage out of Venom.
So two things, Mr. Wolf. One, Heavy Fang will whiff against shorter characters at some spacings, but it's very much like Heavy Fang pretty much never whiffs on Venom.
Oh, the difference between light and okay, so so the arc of the Venom Fang. So this is the heavy one. You see how it goes a little bit higher and a little bit further.
Right, but you can see even though I'm crouching under Heavy Fang, it's still hitting a lot of times.
If you do it point blank, it whiffs completely on anybody.
But if the other person is push blocking you, it's like here, then it still hits like 9 times. And yeah, Bananas, if you're doing like 7 hit grabs with Carol or 8, then ending combos with Venom can be weird. The flip side, though, is that because of the stuff that Mr. Wolf knows that I'm not going to talk about, Venom has one of the highest damage teams in the game with Carol. Like, you can kill 9Ks without Storm. There aren't very many teams that can do that. There's like maybe, I mean, without Hawkeye, there aren't very many teams. Like probably single digits.
I think you have to use like Captain Marvel or Hawkeye to kill without Storm.
You can use Ryu at 30%. You can use some other stuff, but yeah, it's really hard.
Yeah, but those are like more situational stuffs compared to like, a good starter combo with like one of the teams, you know.
But continuing defending against Venom, I mean, again, as I said, unfortunately, the answer is that a smart Venom player like Jonnie is going to be watching your habits and intentionally mixing stuff up. So he's going to be doing things that you need to preemptively challenge, and then things where he's super plus if you don't preemptively challenge, and rocking back and forth between those. So you got to guess right, and then you just got to, as we demonstrated, this is plus a bajillion. You know, if you ever get a low. Air normals
a low heavy punch.
Yeah,
you just neutral jump heavy punch after this. Yeah.
The trick though is that Venom doing that is not mixing you, right? He has to mix. He has to do something else in order to threaten hitting you. So if you just block there, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, and you could fake. So if say I see that you're just blocking, you're not really doing much.
OS.
You get, the opponent could OS grab push block. That is very good. A lot of people don't do that. The only person that I see that does that often is probably One Wolf.
Yeah.
He does that a lot against me, and it's annoying.
Yeah.
When I try to mix him up with Venom.
Yeah.
But right, so you could just do this.
Right.
Throw in a grab every once in a while, but if they OS grab, throw a backdash, it's very hard.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree, XC. I think that push blocking at smart times is really good, because if you can push block him so, you know, he's trying to chain 2 normals together, and you make the second normal whiff because of a push block, that's really good for you. If you try to push block and he's just jumping, that's really bad for you, because you're usually at a range that he prefers to be at. So you got to be very strategic. The other thing is that, as Johnny's been saying, especially because he's got so many multi-hitter normals, well, I can't talk. Especially because he's got so many multi-hitter normals, you've got a really good ability to make your opponent try to push block a move that doesn't exist and then counter hit them, and that's really bad.
Like we're just gonna talk again what we were going back earlier, but yeah, you could definitely switch up your block strings. Like that was a 4-hit block string, a 3-hit block string, 2-hit block string.
Right, and then
just definitely a lot of multi-hitting normals that he has that you could switch up the block string, cancel it early. You try to react to the double heavy punch. Oh, you just canceled the first one.
Yeah.
Whatever. So it's his block strings is just rock paper scissors. It's more making you try to flinch than anything.
As a Dante
because
player,
his high-low game isn't that good.
His wave dash. The first few frames don't go anywhere. That's really funny.
Yeah.
Does this beat armor? I mean, we can see.
No, it doesn't. I wish it did.
Captain Marvel being useful.
Yeah, so...
not the one that comes out of the ground, but the one that goes around it.
Which one?
Do you mean stand roundhouse?
Oh, this?
Yeah, that's stand heavy kick.
That's stand heavy kick, yeah. This is This is normal.
Is that what you mean? You mean that? Or do you mean this?
Which one?
We await your command.
It's one.
The hula hoop one. There's supposedly a hula hoop that goes around. I don't.
Which one, Hexy?
He says the hula hoop one.
That one?
Does he? He's got two in the air. Do you mean this? I think this is.
The barrel?
Yeah.
The Venom barrel, that one? That one does beat armor.
He did it in a block string. I don't.
This one? You talking about that one?
It does beat armor.
It does.
Oh, that's okay.
Bro, XC.
You know
which
what it
move
probably
you're
was
talking
is it probably was just tentacles except he was in the corner, so just like that. Is my guess, but could be wrong. Willing to be wrong. Okay, we're getting some light.
The one that goes around him.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Probably thought we were in the corner and shit.
Yeah, it's probably just that in the corner.
That's the only other one I could think of.
Yeah, his move list is actually kind of short. Unless he has a commander role that I'm not thinking of. Anyway, so yeah, it's as far as specific moves interactions go, this one is plus unless you perfect push block. If you do perfect push block, it's faintly minus. This has just the biggest gap, so you want to preemptively challenge.
Yeah.
This is sweep, so it breaks armor. If that's what you're talking about.
Oh yeah, this is a sweep.
Yeah.
This is probably his best normal. One of
Right.
the better normals.
Uh,
It hits far.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah. No, that's sweep. So it does break armor. If they're doing zip, because zip has a little bit of a startup, you can preemptively challenge sometimes. If they do anything into a low normal, they're plus as fuck. Don't challenge. If they do this on the ground, just jump, and then you're super plus, or perfect push blocker, or do goofy things. If they do this in the air, just block. They're super minus. It's a dumb move. And then if they do this going to the ground, Jonnie actually thinks this is super good if you don't push block, and I agree with him. If you do push block, Venom just goes full screen. But if you don't push block, Venom's plus, so yeah.
I think I could jab, or maybe try doing it again.
Sure.
Yeah, see, I can even jab that.
Yeah,
I'm mashing jab.
You'd have to perfect push block and then press a long range button, I think.
But and if you push block it, you go far,
Yeah.
and his stand jab is really good. So I've been using that a lot more. I mean,
That was a good wave
I don't
dash.
want to say, like, if you want to watch me do really well with Venom, the can opener, right? I was abusing a lot of Venom's good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I can link that. That was the other question. If there aren't any questions from chat, you get Twitter, you stream, you play in tournaments, you win tournaments, you take people's money. Remember to donate to Match Arena so that Jonnie gets paid. Is there any other shoutouts that I should be doing?
I think that's it. Just, I mean, yeah, Twitter, Twitch, occasional stream every once in a while.
Sure.
That's pretty much it. Yeah.
Cool. So thank you super a lot for coming on. I know this went a little bit longer than, I mean, we covered a lot of stuff. I think this was a good length in terms of the amount that we covered. And I will see you around. I'm going to cut the stream unless something pops up in chat right now. And Banana's like, oh my gosh, Ramos, I need to know something. And then
Yeah, just give it a sec. But yeah, if anybody else does have more questions about Venom later down on the down the line, you can always just message me.
yeah, I mean the only thing that I want to know is how you get consistent with doing that, but I can't. Oh my gosh, I can't even Tiger Knee. I'm like 0 for that.
Oh, so the Tiger Knee one isn't that.
It looks
good.
cool, all right?
It does cool. It does look cool. Oh, there, I got it.
It's so hard. Like, yeah. Tiger Knee
Just
stuff
like
in this
glob.
game. Yeah. But no, because you got the crumple, right? So like you can do it like at least twice off the crumple, and then you can combo into this, and then you can do it again.
You're talking about like
yeah,
in the corner and stuff.
well, not even just. Wow.
But if you want to do the lazy one, you just do heavy punch after zip.
XC, I am bringing on the smartest people I know to talk about the characters. If you are in chat or you know, I mean, even you're peeping the VODs and you think somebody says something wrong, then I am more than happy to update a description or leave a comment, especially. And again, I would love to have you on here when our schedules line up. I'm super busy this week. We got a bunch of cool people coming on.
Yeah. But when it comes to like keeping it informative and being honest about the character, when the time is appropriate, I'll keep it 100. I won't lie about my character. But like if it's like randomly in the stream chat, I'll definitely say some BS stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, most of the Venom stuff is okay. So to summarize Venom, he's very oppressive when he's in your face with Zip, and he controls a lot of the mid-screen areas. If I had to summarize Venom into like a category, oppressive with Zip, and then very good screen control with the normals, Zip, and Trap and stuff.
Yeah. Cool. So again, I'm gonna cut the stream, and thank you very much for being here.
Thanks for watching, guys.
I'm cutting the stream.